Hey Leo, happy January 2018. I hope everybody is doing fantastic. This is Dark Dove Tarot. I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling the cards. I'm going to shuffle a little more. I want to see what pops out. Trying to keep the reads a little shorter, but this month is probably going to be a little longer because it's, you know, obviously a new month and whatnot. So you just had like 10 pop out. Put those back in, or new year, sorry. So this month will be a little longer, and then I'm going to start breaking it down to like 20 minutes because I don't want to take up too much of your time, and they seem to be getting longer and longer and longer. So before we get started, it's important to remember that this is a general read. So check your sun, moon, and rising, as some months those may resonate with you more than others. Ooh. Every card is popping out for you, Leo. You must have a lot going on coming into the new year. I hope everybody had a fantastic holiday, and hope that the new year treats you even better than last year. So, all right, first card out. Hopefully this doesn't take too long to get these to start to come out. Any likes, subscribes, comments are greatly appreciated. You know, it's important that I know what you guys like and what works best for you, so I can continue to do more of what you like and less of what you don't like. So, if you want a private read, the information is in the description. There we go. And so I'm always, you know, glad to do reads as well. Well, now these are coming out kind of all over the place. All right, so, and again. All right, Leo. January 2018. Can you believe, wow, these are falling out now all over. Can you believe we are here? Made it. Again, I hope you had a great holiday. So, let's see what we've got going on. Oh, also to clarify, like I always say, the reads are based on love and anybody looking to reconcile. I mainly focus on singles and love, but I will throw in reconciliation. Although my main purpose is to see what's coming, you know, into your life for love, to see what the universe kind of has in store. And if you think about it, like I say in a lot of my reads, you know, oftentimes people who are looking to reconcile are technically single. They're just interconnected, you know, to somebody else. So, or they have a connection or still have hard feelings for somebody else. Good and bad, I guess. So, all right, let's get started. I'm going to pull your theme of the month card and we'll get moving here. See what comes out January 2018 for Leo for the new year. Oh, that one popped right out, so let's see. All right, so the Seven of Swords is crowning your read. That is your theme of the month card. This actually, if you're single or looking to reconcile, this is looking for something else. This is searching for something else. This is leaving kind of what you know behind. So if you're dating, this definitely tells me that if you have been dating, you're either going to do it differently, you're going to stop dating, or you're going to kind of change it up. This also may mean that you've met a few people that you're interested in possibly connecting with on a deeper level, you know, maybe forming some sort of exclusive dating and then, you know, moving from here. This is definitely a card of solitude. So if you're dating, this may be that you've been kind of by yourself for a while because you wanted to kind of recoup. And now you're kind of strategizing as to how you're going to enter the dating world. And if you're looking to reconcile, there's some sort of manipulation or deception that you're feeling coming in the month. So Leo, let's see what's going on, because the Seven of Swords isn't necessarily a negative card. It just means, you know, you're tired of some sort of BS going on, and let's see what's going on. All right, so the first card you have is your current positioning coming into the month, and you have the Queen of Swords. All right, so this is somebody who's pretty quick-witted. This is somebody who kind of is like, hey, you know, I'm like, let's cut through the BS. This is somebody who is saying, you know, I'm tired of of dealing with crap. So if you're single, I feel like a lot of you have taken a hiatus and you were like, you know what, this is just not for me. I'm tired of it. It is not working out. But you're coming in with that mindset of it's not working out, but what can I do to change it? Because the Queen is about writing her own story, you know, and again, he or she, I don't place, you know, sex on the cards, but the Queen of Swords is somebody who is like really getting to the nitty gritty, somebody who's insightful. So this says, Leo, if you've chosen to just be in solitude for the past few months, you may be coming into this new year going, okay, I'm going to continue to figure out what I want, figure out the best steps, figure out the best way. You know, maybe you were doing online dating before and it wasn't working. Maybe there was just too much junk online. Then, you know, maybe you started doing meetup groups and that didn't work. Somewhere along the line, you've been kind of taking a break, and some of it's been to kind of soul search for yourself. But now you're ready to like write your own story. You're kind of like, I can make it happen. I know what I need to do. So some of you have like, I don't know, maybe you've even gone as far as like a matchmaking service, because I see like kind of a high priced, you know, maybe a different source than just a free online dating site. Or maybe you're paying for online dating, or you're going to. However your dating life is now, you're moving forward, but with a lot more insight. Like you've kind of figured out the game. Like you've kind of figured out, if I'm going to get what I want, I have to do this, this, and this, because what I've been doing isn't working. So this is somebody who's extremely intelligent and very passionate, which of course, you know, you're a Leo, you're a fire sign. Fire signs tend to be very passionate, energetic, outgoing. You just really want to find kind of the person, your soulmate. And maybe you've been alone. Again, maybe you're feeling like being alone, but you want to see what the possibilities are, what's coming forward. And you're really, like I said, getting down to the nitty gritty of, this is what I want, this hasn't been working, so what do I need to do to change it? If you're looking to reconcile, you're seeing something, you're finding something out. Somebody was completely dishonest with you, and now coming into the month, either they're communicating with you, or you're finding out through the grapevine, or they're going to start communicating with you, but there was definitely some sort of deception here, and this is you going, I want the truth. You tell me the truth. I'm not playing games with you anymore. And they may be coming back saying, I want you back. Or maybe you were kind of like, I'm not sure what's going on. How come we've separated? And you're going to find out some things. And unfortunately, Leo, I think you might find out some things that you're not going to be too happy about. Or you're going to find out that maybe the things you thought were happening that you were hoping you were wrong about, you were actually right about. The next card you have is anything coming into the month of January that you're going to be feeling inside. So this is the Two of Swords. A lot of sword energy, a lot of cutting energy. You know, this is also air energy. So it could be that you're dealing with a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But the Two of Swords is somebody that is fighting themselves. It's like indecision. You can't figure out what you want to do. So I definitely think if you're dating, you're like teetering on the plateau of, is it worth it to go back into the dating game? Is it worth it to start again? It may also be that you've met one or two people that you've been dating and you thought you were heading in one direction, and now you can't decide whether you think one of these people is worth, you know, committing to, worth moving on to the next step. This is definitely internal, and this is in an internal position. So it sits very nicely here because this is you kind of debating on your own. So whether you're single and you haven't been looking, now you're debating on is, you know, should I start the new year with a whole new attitude, a whole new positive outlook, you know, ready to write my own story and jump back into the dating game? Or, you know, I'm strategizing between these two options. Should I do online dating or should I join a meetup group? And some of you are just debating on whether you want to date at all. Some of you, I feel like, kind of have that energy of like, I don't give a crap. I've kind of given up on the whole process, but at the same time, you want love. You want to meet somebody. You want that relationship. You want that partnership. So I really feel you're kind of like at a, you know, pull and tug here as far as what it is exactly Leo wants for their love life, or at least to get to where they want. It's like you want to be able to get what you want, whether it's just finding somebody exclusive, whether it's marriage, whether it's kids. You want to be able to get there, but you kind of want to skip the whole, you know, game of the dating world. If you're looking to reconcile, you two have a major decision. I think the decision is whether you're going to give this person another chance or whether you're going to say, see ya, sayonara, not doing this. I really feel like some of you were hurt recently, probably in the past few months, and there was some sort of separation. And now you're getting the honest feedback. They're coming clean on some of this stuff. Or maybe, like I said, you're finding it out from somebody else, but you've got a decision to make on whether you're going to spend any more time and energy on this person or not. Whatever this deception was is something you're just not sure that you can get over. And some of you still feel like you're left in the dark, like you're not exactly sure what happened. The next card you have is your distant past. Over the past, 5, 10 years, it could be throughout childhood. And you have the Four of Coins or Four of Pentacles, which is very miserly, very impoverished. So some of you were in relationships where money was the root of all evil, and that may be why you guys separated. I always read this card together for singles and anybody looking to reconcile, because it's generally that far past that it's not the person you're looking to reconcile with, although it could be in this scenario that somebody was dishonest with you about money if you're looking to reconcile. But this Four of Coins or Pentacles is definitely, you going through some sort of trials and tribulations, very high financial stress. Maybe your parents lived paycheck to paycheck and you watched it ruin their marriage, and so you're determined you're not going to repeat those patterns. I always bring up the distant past because these are things that we want to, if they're not great, that we don't want to repeat, right? We don't want to repeat those patterns coming into a new relationship. But if it's a really positive card, then it's something that you want to bring and remember to include in the relationships going forward. This right here is somebody who went without a lot. So I feel like some relationships were ruined because of money. Maybe there wasn't enough money, or maybe somebody made more money than the other person. There was some sort of competitive edge here. But for a lot of you, I feel like it was a childhood of, maybe living in a car or moving into shelters, or having some sort of tragedy. It doesn't even have to be financial, although most of the time it is when it's a coin or a pentacle. But somewhere in here, you have held yourself back in really branching out in relationships, because it has been almost like something that you remember, like, again, a poor childhood, watching your parents fight and divorce over money, or watching, your family go without anything. Very, very difficult times here, Leo. And this is you saying, I'm not going to do that. So some of you have gone the opposite direction, where you're almost like making money and hoarding every penny because you don't ever want to be in that position. So it also means that some of you may be very, not selfish, but not as giving with your love or your heart, because you've been burned before, and because maybe you are doing really well and you want to make sure it's for love and not money. And some of you are also looking for somebody who has their shit together. I mean, to be completely honest, you've been with a slew of people who just can't get it together, and you're not willing to do that anymore because you've sacrificed a lot to get where you want, and you kind of want to find your equal. The next card you have is your immediate past. So over the past few weeks, past month or so, and you have the Knight of Wands. So here you are, Leo, showing up as a fire sign. It could be you, it could be your ex, it could be the people around you. But the Knight of Wands is somebody who is not going down easy. This is somebody who is, on fire, which of course you're Leo, and that makes sense. But this is somebody who follows their passions, who's a risk taker. And Leos are full of passion. I said that here, that even though this is a sword energy or air energy, it definitely shows some passion coming into the month. So the past few weeks or past month or two, this tells me, Leo, that you've either all of a sudden had this kind of wild hair to start dating again, but you're going to go about it very methodically. You could be, if you're single, this could be that you have met somebody and they've invoked some sort of passion. But because of this past deception and things that you've had, you're willing to take some risk. Because this is somebody who can take some risks if they're passionate enough about it. But you're a little worried. If you're single, you're a little worried about some sort of deception. You are not going to be manipulated. This tells me some of you lost everything, or you watched your parents or siblings or somebody lost everything and you are just not willing to do it. So you're coming in here going, unless it feels 100%, unless you are completely clear and honest with me, we can't move on to anything big. But somebody, or maybe just the idea again, after solitude and thinking about what you want, has invoked a passion the past few weeks. Could be even the holidays if you're here in the US, or just, you know, a new year, a new you type attitude. But you're fighting with yourself because you're feeling like every time I've done it in the past or recently or whatever, it's felt like a failure. But Leo, you're so passionate. You have so much to offer and so much energy to put into a relationship. I would really hate to see you continue to stay in solitude, because I think that right now the energy for most signs coming into this year is that, look, we deserve something better. We've all been through hell. We've seen political things and hurricanes and tragedies, and I think everybody's just pumped and ready for a freaking really good 2018, and everybody deserves it. And you're a fire sign, so you have the energy that you can possess and put out there into the universe. I think dating now, or starting now, if you haven't been, is a really good decision for you. Yes, be careful, but don't feel like everybody's out to get you because of bad past relationships. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this Knight is definitely somebody who is saying, you're still battling with this choice. This person that you're dealing with is somebody that it would almost feel like you're taking a risk if you get back together with them. So you're trying to weigh the scenario of, you know, am I willing to take a bet on this person again? Am I willing to, you know, get out there and trust them again? But it's very interesting because I think with this Knight, you know, this is you almost saying, look, I don't need to be with this person. I can do this on my own. And maybe that's just kind of what you needed to feel the past couple weeks, and you've been feeling it, and you're coming into a new 2018 and you're going, I can do this. I mean, I've got this. This is somebody who's confident. This is somebody but the best thing about this, Leo, is you're confident in yourself. So you're going to put that out in the universe and get back tenfold that energy if you believe in yourself. So it's nice to see this the past few weeks, but something has made you tread lightly on either re-dating, re-entering the dating, or, you know, maybe you met, again, one or two people and you're thinking, well, they could be really great, and now you're just not sure. And if you're looking to reconcile, this is you saying, look, don't screw with me because I know what's going on and the choice is mine and I may just not choose you. The next card you have is your distant future. And I love this card. This is a distant future over the next few months, generally into March, and you have the Four of Wands. All right, so here is your home, your security. This is what you're looking for. So if you're single, you will be getting some sort of stability. This is happiness. This is completion, a first completion. Literally, the definition almost of this card is first completion, of making that next step. So you're going to meet somebody, I think it's going to be pretty quick, that's going to make you feel secure. That's not going to make you feel this again. That's not going to make you feel like they would ever deceive you. You know, Leo, it's interesting because you guys are so passionate and so energetic and so confident most of the time. There's also this soft underbelly of insecurity with you guys sometimes, with every sign, but sometimes because you've had to be so tough in everything. Whatever this is that you went through was tough, and you had to build that up, and you protected it, and you're not going to let anybody take that away from you, whether it's your self-confidence, whether it's your money, whether it's, you know, you have kids and you're protecting your kids. But this is coming for you. This is security. This is somebody who's going to step up to the plate. You aren't going to feel any insecurity. They're going to be completely clear and honest, and you're going to be able to read through any BS because there won't be any. But I think if you have already met a person potentially that you're dating that could be this person, you're weighing your options. This is you in your head trying to decide. If you haven't met this person, you know, this is you deciding on how the heck am I going to meet this person without having to deal with the games and things that I've dealt with before. But this being your distant future is you getting what you want. This is you getting security, whether it's an exclusive dating relationship, whether it's as far as kids and, you know, a husband or wife, or whether it's just somebody to go on adventures with. The path is there for you to have it. And it's going to make you feel confident in yourself, in love again, which is really beautiful. If you're looking to reconcile, excuse me, this is a celebration of some sort, but this is also safety and home for you as well, some sort of security. So really, Leo, I have to be completely honest with you. I don't think the person you're dealing with is going to make you feel that way. I feel like this confidence is going to start radiating in you, and maybe you've gone through the ups and downs and the happy and sad, and you've been through all these emotions of a breakup, and you're coming into this new year saying, no, I've got your number. I've got your number. I know about the lies. I see them. I figured it out. I'm much stronger now that I know. Peace out. I'm building a happy home for myself. Unfortunately, Leo, for a lot of you, I don't think the reconciliation is going to happen unless you get the complete answers you want, but you're still going to have this battle in your head, all the while trying to protect yourself from this clown over here. So the next card you have is your immediate future. So over the next few weeks. All right, so Leo, you're showing up here now all of a sudden. Wand, 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 fire energy, fire energy, fire energy. So it could be that you meet another wand, or another wand. It could be that you meet another fire sign, which is Aries, obviously Leo, or Sagittarius. So this right here is the Five of Wands. Now, this is what's going on through January. This is going to be what's coming up through January, possibly going into February. This is kind of chaos, but it's not a bad chaos. It's like a controlled chaos. So it's kind of what happens before the calming. And I actually love this because this is, you know, struggles, but this is more of like internal struggles or trying to figure out what's right for you. But then you have this. So you literally are going backwards, which is fantastic in this suit because sometimes the higher you go can be more difficult. And here you're going to go through, I think you're just going to be fighting a lot of second guessing that you're going to be doing with this person. Now, this is also competition. So this could mean, guess what, Leo, you put your profile online and you get 20, 30 suitors. And I feel that's kind of the chaos you're going to run into. It's not going to be financial chaos. It's not going to be work chaos. I'm sure you're going to have some of that from the beginning of the new year after the holidays. I think everybody kind of goes through that. But this is more of a passionate chaos. This is a priorities, getting your priorities in order to get here. So if you do decide to date, I think you're going to have like a plethora of suitors, or you're all of a sudden going to notice that there's a lot more people who are looking for the same thing that you are. I really think you need to get out there. If you're not doing it and you've been in solitude and you're probably going, Dark Dove, I don't want to, because I get that a lot. People will email me and be like, you know, I just don't feel it. Well, you know what? I could sit here all day and not make a movement, and guess where I'm going to go? Nowhere. So I get that you have to, you know, that it's hard, and like I have done it. That's the thing. I have done the online dating. I have done all of that. It sucks. Like, sorry, it does. Finding people is not easy, and it's not going to get any easier. So I think you just need to invoke that confidence that you already have and know yourself and be the Queen of Wands. You know, I mean, that's the only thing you're missing right here is the Queen, because the Queen of Wands is somebody who is just like, I got this. I got this. Let me pick you, and you're cute, and you're cool. Like, no, not totally conceited or anything, but this is you getting your priorities in order, figuring out who you want to date. So I really feel like the beginning of the year for you, especially around January, all of a sudden you're going to put up your profile, you're going to go, and you're going to have suitors. And maybe you've just felt like it's been kind of an empty shell, but it's not going to be that way this month. If you're looking to reconcile, this is total chaos. This is, if you decide that you are not going to take on any more BS from this person, and you decide to break that and say, I'm not going to have this connection with you anymore, I'm not interested in being with you, I'm not going to lie, like, there's going to be some competition for you as well, but this is going to be like some jealousy. This is going to be, it's very interesting, because I feel like some of you have been kind of pleading with this person, or did when you were breaking up, like, why are you lying to me? How come you don't want to, like, do you like her better? There was maybe some third-party situations going on here, and now you've chosen to ignore them, which has built up your confidence because you have more time to focus on you than their petty crap. And now, with this Five of Wands, all of a sudden you're not paying attention to them, or you're not going to. In January, I hate to say it, but I would cold shoulder them and go on. If this resonates with you, and this is somebody who is just down and dirtied you and been totally manipulative and totally deceitful, I would give them the cold shoulder. But I'm telling you, if you do, you have to make your decisions, because they will be coming at you full fold. Now, if it's somebody that you've wanted to reconcile with and they're not contacting you, things are going to change. There's some sort of change here. I really feel like, too, if you just step out there and date yourself a little bit, even if you're looking to reconcile, or even if you still love somebody, like this, all of a sudden this person's going to pay attention. Like, she's what? He's what? They're dating. And then all of a sudden you're now interesting again, right? Don't you love how that happens? Oh, the games of love. The next card you have, there she is. I was just talking about her. There's your queen. Yep, this is you. So this is your external. So this is the beginning, middle, end. It could be one day, it could be 2 days. This is something that you're doing externally or that you're going to find is happening that's tangible. And there you are. All right, Leo, you're back to the game. You're back to the show. This is the queen. I was just talking about her. She was the only thing that was missing. And it's true because you are on fire. By the end of January, you are going to be smoking. And this Queen of Wands is somebody who is completely confident. She's, you know, ferocity here. She has this major sense of ferocity and passion. Something's going to light a fire under you. And I think that in the beginning of the month, you're kind of like, but you're going to go for it. You're going to do what you can. You're kind of tired of the solitude. And then it's just like, they're going to come out of the woodworks and you're going to be like, whoa, okay, hi, hello. And then you're going to start noticing that when you put your best foot forward and you have a more positive energy about it, because the past few months you've kind of had a solitude, I don't care energy, which is fine. We all need that. But now if you come in like this, like, I know what I want and I'm not going to settle. And this is what I want. So if you're not on that bandwagon with me, then I won't choose you. As I said, it may be that you've met 1 or 2 people already, and one of them has really sparked your confidence in love and faith in having a relationship again. But there you are, Leo. Good to see you. Good to see you back. If you're looking to reconcile, this is definitely you saying, you know what, the power's in my hands. If you want to make this happen, or if we're going to make this happen, we got to cut the shit. We've got a lot to talk about, and I'm still not sure what I want. And I think that, unfortunately, you're going to struggle with that throughout the month because I just don't know that you feel like you could trust this person enough to find this with them. I just don't know. And I feel like some of you were hurt bad. And really, if you can't feel like this around them, or if you have lumps and not butterflies around them, then move on. If they're not encouraging you to feel this way, I wouldn't go any further. The next card you have is anything internal that you're going to feel throughout the month of January. So the beginning, middle, end. It could be 1 day. It could be 10 days. And here you have the Page of Cups. And this is actually a very nice card. This is kind of an innocence card. This is kind of how you're going to be feeling. So it's very, you'll come into the month kind of going, oh, wrestling with yourself on what you want, how you're going to get it, and whether you even want to date, or if you've been dating, you know, if you want to keep dating them, whatever. And then the Page of Cups is somebody going, I kind of like this. This is somebody who's like inspired. They're feeling very creative. And I think the inspiration that you're going to feel this month is going to come from a renewed faith in love. And not that you're going to fall in love right away. I think that's coming over the next month or two, or definitely some sort of union. And I don't mean marriage. Yes, it could be marriage for some of you, but a union of 2 people who just like each other a lot, that may decide to commit to each other. I mean, because there's steps, right? Not everybody has steps. Some people get married by Elvis in Vegas after the 2nd month of knowing each other, right? To each his own. I'm not here to judge. But the Page of Cups is somebody who's going, okay, I kind of like this idea. I've had a crappy, you know, time of it in dating and meeting people and finding love and finding people true to me, you know, avoiding anybody who's going to try and manipulate me or be deceitful. And this is you kind of coming in going, you know, I'm ready. This is also like a childlike innocence, which could mean that you have decided you want to have kids someday. There's definitely something in here. I think there's also some forgiveness, Leo, here, because some of you did go through some stuff in the past. And I think that you're realizing that you are not going to ruin the chances you could possibly have with some of the people you're going to meet. Because of things that happened in your past. Yeah, they hurt, they suck. We all have to go through them. As easy as it is to say, forget the past, none of us do, right? So instead of forgetting it, like, remember not to repeat that. And the Page of Cups is you kind of saying, okay, I can do this. I'm starting over. This is a new childlike, and not that you're being childlike at all. This is like almost like a rebirth of hope and faith and belief. Seeing things in a prettier light. Having the rose-colored glasses on, but not stupidly, not, you know, naive. This is you saying, I haven't felt comfortable with somebody thinking I could have a relationship with them in a long time. And hey, maybe I could do this again. Maybe it doesn't have to be all bad. If you're looking to reconcile, this is you either finding a peace and balance with that person, or this is you saying, nope, I'm starting over. Because this is somebody who is calm, cool, collected, and also who kind of feels like they're seeing everything for the first time. Now, that could tie into all the crap that you've dealt with, and now you're seeing a lot of it, and now you know the truth. And now you're feeling like, well, since I see the whole story, and since there's this big picture, you know, I'm not interested in starting over, or maybe I am interested in starting over. And this could be you going, okay, now that I know everything that's going on, and he or she is like competing for my attention, or maybe, you know, if you do decide to kind of focus on you and not put energy into them anymore, it may turn around and come at you as like, you know, we can start this over. I just needed you to be completely honest with me and what was going on. Because it doesn't have to be everybody was cheated on all of this. It could be that somebody said, look, I'm ready to move in with you, and then they got cold feet. Or somebody said, I'm ready to be committed, and you found out they were still talking to other people. So it doesn't have to be as like horrific as they took all your money, stole your car, and left you for your sister or brother or something. It could be something where you were feeling a certain way, you felt like you were being lied to, you clear the air, and now you kind of see things a little more clearly. The next two cards you have are how you're going to feel at the end of the month of January and your outcome. You have the High Priestess, and your outcome is the Wheel of Fortune. Very interesting here. Very interesting. All right, so how you're feeling at the end of January is the High Priestess. This is somebody who is extremely knowledgeable. This is going within and really paying attention to what you want. Now, if you're single, that's exactly what you're going to be doing, because you're going to go to here, from here, and from here to here. And the High Priestess is really connecting on it. So this Queen is somebody who's writing their own story. This is a continuation of that. The High Priestess is somebody who's saying, I know what I want, and that's like, it's confirmed. It's almost like the universe is working in tandem with you, because this is an unconscious or a subconscious way of the universe kind of moving with you. So at the end of January, you're going to kind of feel like, wow, some things are falling into place. But that's because the energy that you're going to exude and the way you're going to look at things is a totally different outlook. It's totally, you've been kind of ho-hum, grumpy, you know, not interested, and for good reason, right? Some of you have been burned, and it's tiring and it's pain in the ass. But this is you going, okay, I see clearly now that if I do put out into the universe what I want, or if I do have a good vibe or a positive attitude, or I don't worry that everybody's out to get me, or that I believe I have a restored faith in humanity, kind of like this childlike innocence, then I can get this actually really good too. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is an inaction. So this is something not moving. If you're broken up and you pull the High Priestess, it's generally like a stalemate. You are still going to be at a point where you have to make a decision, or the universe makes a decision for you. Either it's impossible for you guys to get back together because maybe they, you know, chose somebody else, or it's impossible for you guys to get back together because now they're mad at you because you're not talking to them. There's still, it feels like there's still somebody who wants to play some games a little bit, but you have found a new sense of spirituality, which has led you, and it doesn't have to be God's spirituality, it could be whatever you believe in. I mean, there's so many different things, but this is you knowing that something higher than you is at work here, and you're just gonna kind of be like, okay, universe, you take the wheel. I'm not gonna fight with myself about it. I'm not gonna feel manipulated or deceived anymore. If we're gonna do this, then it's gonna happen, whether it takes 5 years, whether it takes 2 months. And if it's not going to happen, you'll know. You're kind of like betting on the signs to kind of clear the air. You're not trying to control the situation because you just can't control it anymore. You couldn't before and you can't now, but now you realize you can't. The Wheel of Fortune for your outcome card, and I'm going to start shuffling the clarifying cards too, but the Wheel of Fortune is fast change. So if you're single, this is definitely moving into this direction, and it's going to happen fast, because you're going to all of a sudden be on fire again, which is exactly where you should be. You're Leo. The Wheel of Fortune is something that changes drastically. It's unplanned, and it's usually a destiny change. I'm not going to say twin flame because I don't see like the Two of Cups here, but it could be like for the first time in a long time, you are going to find some sort of destiny pull, or you're going to find somebody that you're going to be with for a long term and develop this, you know, type of home and security feeling. The Wheel of Fortune is, you know, again, can be very good. Now, it can go in the opposite direction and pull you back into that solitude. But with your distant future card being the Four of Wands, that's not going to happen if you're single. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is a complete change. So, if you're looking to reconcile and you've been dwelling on that for a long time, you are going to feel this movement into a direction of concentrating on yourself, finding the positive energy in yourself, and really visualizing this home and security and love that you want, and going in that direction instead of dwelling on the past. Now, this Wheel of Fortune coming in at the end could be, you know, a complete 180 on their part, or maybe, you know, if you've been trying to get in touch with them and that hasn't happened, they're going to get in touch with you. This is, I said 180, but it's more of like a 360. It could be that you're flipping back around and hopefully things work out. Although I really feel like I said, Leo, I don't know that you're ready to take this person back, and I think you may just decide that you're better off without them. It's just, this is ups and downs, the Wheel of Fortune, which such is life. And if you've been feeling down, you're going to feel up, which is kind of how you both, whether you're single or looking to reconcile, came into the month, right? Oh, here we go. Came into the month because, wow. All right, there you go. This is kind of how you came into the month because, like I said, some of you have been really ho-hum about dating. All right, so here we go. The Ace of Wands is clarifying your distant future. This is fantastic. This is new beginnings. It's a spark. It's curiosity. It's making things happen. And here you are beginning your cycle of cards, the fire sign cards. The Ace is the very beginning. This is beautiful, I think, for your distant outcome, for clarifying this, because this is new beginnings. Here you are. Look at the happy couple. Oh, aren't they cute? So the Ace of Wands is definitely, if you're single, that's where you're heading towards. You're going to meet the one that sparks your confidence. If you haven't already, I think some of you met that person or one or two people. You're trying to make this decision. Or if you decide, hey, I am going to go online, or I am going to do meetup groups, which for you, Leo, I highly suggest because it feels like the time is now. You're going to feel like this, which then sparks this, you know, wonderful future together that is amazing. And the Ace is somebody who's starting anew and coming out of their shell again, and I really think that's where you are. This is a passion on a much deeper level. If you're looking to reconcile, I think that you may not. I know I've pretty much said that I don't necessarily think this is a good idea, or that this person is good for you, and the Ace is definitely telling me start anew. Start a new path, because this is new beginnings, new opportunities. You know, harness that energy, because I think you realize here that, like, hey, my life sucks when I think about this person. My life sucks when I think about the crap we've been through. So what am I doing? Why am I dwelling on it? New year, new you. Now this is very interesting because we just talked about it. This is the Eight of Wands, and you're all over the place, Leo, which is excellent. Wand, 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 wand. So, I mean, just a couple more and you'd have the full, you know, your full card dynamic here. But the Eight of Wands is speeding things up. This is manifesting things quickly. So it's very funny because the Wheel of Fortune, like I said, is change, and change like that. Unplanned, quick, swift, boom, it happens. Here it is. So if you're single, here it is. Here they are, whether you meet them in the beginning, whether you've just met them, whether, you know, you meet them in the next month or so. Here it is. They're here. They're going to come in quick. It's going to happen swift. And then look at the happy couple. I know I just did that, but I can't help it. So seriously, the Eight of Wands is a good card because this isn't forced. This isn't forced movement. So sometimes the Eight of Wands can be forced, but this is not forced movement in the position that it's in. This is just things moving very quickly. But see how everything's moving in the same direction? That's good because things are moving in the direction that you want them to move. If you're looking to reconcile, the Eight of Wands says, clarifying your outcome, that yes, you will make the decision not to be with this person and start over. with somebody new. Now, if you do decide to be with this person, it's going to be like you've been sitting here thinking about it. You've been sitting here contemplating. You've been sitting here back and forth, weighing pros and cons and risk and reward and all of that. And then boom, you're just going to be like, yep, let's do it. Let's go. All right, I trust you again. Let's make it happen. Or you're going to do the complete opposite and say, screw it. I can't do this anymore. The Wheel of Fortune is changing. This is what I want. I know I can't get there with you, and I'm over it. All right, Leo, I hope you have a fantastic beginning of the new year, and I'll see you soon.